Good morning, everybody. Just heading over to Stan's. We are going on another Trekking with Stan adventure. He'll fill us in on the details once we pick him up.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
You're amazing with all this text.
If it stays there. All right, where are we going, Stan, and what are we looking for?
We're going to Eau Claire and we're looking for four historical buildings that were noted on an archaeological study due to proposed highway realignment. They did an archaeological study of the whole corridor.
What year are these buildings from?
1880, 1870. They were on the old, 1853 actually. It's the same 1853 road that we do here.
Yeah.
From Mattawa.
It's the far end, yeah.
The far end.
Okay, so are they just farmhouses or was there something else?
Well, they were farms along the old Mattawa Road. I assume they raised cattle for the loggers and fed the loggers, because if you trace the route of the road, that's what it was. They were farms along the way.
Okay, so four of them.
In this one spot, four buildings. There were two farms there, but one notes four historical buildings. The old 1853 road crosses transverse. I'll show you. It goes in both directions. You can just, has he been in
Why are we not in the 20-year-old RAV right now instead of the new truck?
straight, just park there. Just park in the road. Nobody's going in, bud.
So on the way in, we actually passed an 1853 cemetery, which we may, if we have time at the end, go back and just take a quick little look in there. I like old, hidden, forgotten cemeteries. And this is also very close to the Eau Claire Gorge, which is, they have a hiking trail. And I think that's an adventure for another day because it's quite a walk in there and they have an old cabin and stuff. And I have never been to the Eau Claire Gorge, so we'll check that out in another adventure. Where's you got your map?
Yeah.
We should have took a look at that. Oh.
There's a mouse in the house.
Yeah. There's a mouse house.
Where's my glasses?
Okay, I'm expecting. Oh, it's a real map. It's not just a
Yes.
couple of lines on the paper here.
A real map. So, where we just came in, you see this purple line that comes with this?
All I'm concerned with, Stan, before you go any further, is how many miles are we walking today?
Only about 3.
Okay, that's acceptable.
So this is where the bridge over the old bridge was, but we just came in on this line, and we get to the top of the hill where this purple crosses this line.
And where on here are the foundations?
Right here. So we go to the top of the hill where this road crosses,
Okay.
and then we go on that road, and we should come very close.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay, let's check it out.
I missed
So,
it.
you know.
He says, I was just wondering if the purple road is the one we already passed. This is how the 3-mile trek turns into an 8-mile I'm going to die without water trek. I know how this goes. So the old road here is flooded. There's like a sheet of ice coming down the road. Really good runoff here and it's frozen, so it's making it absolutely treacherous to get up here. I won't be surprised if one of us ends up falling and sliding here. quite a good rise in elevation. Hard to see on the camera, but yeah, it's a 35-40 degree slope here. Okay, so we are now on the purple line on the map, which means foundation should be right on this trail here somewhere.
Momentarily, you will see the stone pile.
I do see a stone pile in here off the old 1853 road. So definitely signs of clearing. Pretty clear right here. There's another stone pile right there. Looks like we're coming up on a field here. Oh, for sure. I bet you there's an old barn foundation here somewhere.
Another stone pile over there.
Yeah, this little bit of forest right here has that old plantation growth feel to it. I don't know. Another little cleared field. So this time of year is great for following these old roads with just a light dusting of snow, but the ground is frozen because I'm sure the detectors would sing. They would tell us a story here in these fields that look cleared. Land up here isn't clear like this naturally, right? So even if it was 100 years ago, it was still cleared at some point. And the detectors would instantly tell us, you know, that man was here. But you can tell that just from looking without detecting. All the old farms that we find have that same feel to it. And you can see, you know, the apple orchards, you see the rhubarb patches, and this stuff continues to grow, you know, a century after these homesteads are gone.
So we got to turn. The other clearing that doesn't show on here is right up here. We're in it. And the old purple road turns to the southeast. So we go there and then we get into another big clearing. Cool.
We're almost there, allegedly. Those were Stan's words, not mine. Yep.
That's the right direction. But the way they're building here too, because under there's all ruts. You can see ruts, like it was plowed.
Oh, fresh moose tracks right here in the snow. Cow and a calf, by the look of it. Stan wouldn't do it, so we will. I did a little moose call there. We'll see if when we go back through, maybe the moose will come back and just think we were another herd of moose moving through. We'll see. Oh, yeah, maybe just a rock. But I saw a stone pile right there, and then...
There's another one over there, I think.
Well, no, look, dude. This looks pretty square.
We're on a pile of that.
It kind of looks like a wall right here, maybe.
Maybe. Maybe that's the stone piles all around. It shows on the left-hand side.
Kind of has a round look to it, eh? Maybe a well right here, guys. Maybe. I don't know. Here's another big flat area of stone. Is this a foundation? Right off of one of these little fields here. I mean, that's kind of suspicious looking. Well, even though it's kind of odd and it's 20 by 20, it's not a stone pile, it doesn't have like an outer wall to it, so I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
No, that's a foundation of sorts. They just laid logs on it at the level. That's one, I'd say. That's not piled stone. That was meant to hold up.
Yeah, it's too spread out.
There should be 3 more.
So right out here in the field, there's another one of these square platform, not very big, 10 by 10, but was there some kind of shed or outbuilding here? Again, it doesn't have 4 standard walls, but it's just as flat in the field, which they would have cleared this and moved the stone out of the field. And right here on one of these stone walls or foundations, there's a spring right there. Mr. Gage says it's drinkable. It's cold, eh? Cold and clean.
Yeah, that is clean. It would be clean. There's no beauty then. That's coming off the upland.
I told Stan I have a theory, right? He goes in the bush all over the place, 1,000 times a year. He doesn't have GPS or a cell phone, and he always makes it home. So I guess we have to trust that he's okay in the bush. Even if he does draw a crappy map.
So you see it shows the 4 buildings, right? Little black dots there. Give it a zoom.
Yeah.
On the north side.
I think we found 3 of those foundations, guys. They weren't like a basement and wall type thing. It was more of they piled stone and then probably put logs on top of the stone, and the stone was just there to get it up off the ground, is what I'm hypothesizing, because there was 3 flat 20 by 20 areas there with stone in them.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, Gary, our cottage was built on cedar log foundations.
Yeah.
With cribs.
Yeah, a lot of them are built like
They're
that. So
cribbed with cedar logs to keep it off the ground and off the water on the side of the hill.
that's pretty inconsiderate of them, because how are we going to find that now 150 years later?
Detector. Metal detector.
Stan's looking for fungus. Well, he found it. Look at that. Look at the nice buck scratches here. And then we turned around and looked up the road here, and they're on every tree up here. Look at that. That's a nice buck, dude. That's up above my head. Look at that. Ha! We found it. We found a main foundation coming out. I said to Stan, look at that. Look at these trees. the big spruce here. I said, they grow out of foundations. And I said, that's elevated like a wall. We walked over and sure enough, I'll flip you guys around. And there is an actual foundation, hole in the ground, everything. So you can see the wall runs right along here and then that way. So it's a 90 right here, this way. The trees are in the foundation. And then look at that, there's the hole. There's the foundation right there, the hole.
Hey, you got a nice sunny view over here, Garrett.
Oh, there's a den here. Something living there, fox or something. Oh, look at the stone, yeah.
They should be almost equidistant from each other, just or maybe this is one they didn't find.
This is where it gets dangerous. I'm giving 5-to-1 odds that he ends up on his ass down here.